The Shamrock Irish Dancers. We hail from Rolla, Missouri, just a couple of hours away from here. We love to come to community events like this. We absolutely love this. Last Friday night we were in our community lighting our Christmas tree, and we just love to do this. We hope you enjoy our show tonight. And sometimes these Irish dancers, you know, they get a little tired. And it really is great if we can have you guys hooping, hollering, and clapping, and getting them energized to keep them dancing. All right? So let's welcome to the stage the Shamrock Irish Dancers. show so far? So that last piece that Ian and Georgiana did is called a reel, and its name is Easy Reel. Do you hear them laughing? It is not easy. So when you start Irish dancing, you're shooting for getting to Easy Reel, and so we're really proud that Georgiana and Ian have been able to get that and give these guys, these older guys, a break so they can change into their hard shoes. So I guess you guys noticed that we have had on soft shoes, which are called gillies. And so a lot of people, they're used to seeing, you know, the river dance and the hard shoe. So we're going to do a little hard shoe piece, and then we're going to switch back to some soft shoe. But this next piece is called Glasgow, and it's and Catharsis. It's a combo that we've come up with, and we hope you enjoy it. The duet of Gael and Serenity. So we'll give them guys a second to put their soft shoes back on. With gillies, there's lots of laces and lots of things to tie back up. So they're all helping each other get their gillies back on. And we'll have to show you guys the gillies. So this next piece is featuring some of our younger ones. This is a fun song called Tell Me Ma. And so we'll give them some time. Gillies can be hard to get on and off. Technical difficulties.
Tell me now when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a courting 1, 2, 3. Tell me now when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a courting 1, 2, 3. Tell me how to sing.
Didn't they do a great job? About lost one on the side stage there. He looked at me and went, whoa. Okay, we're gonna let them breathe for just a second. We have a piece now. It has different names. It's been called Monday Night Jig, Friday Night Jig, and since we're doing it today on a Saturday, it's Saturday Night Jig, or Slip Jig. There's different things in Irish. There's jigs, there's reels, there's lots of different ways. So we're going to do this one now. It's called the Friday Night Slip Jig. And it's featuring a duet tonight. And so they all have to take turns. So in the middle of the song, there's a duet that's, we're really proud of them. Last week, it was a soloist, but they all had to put together their own choreography. So these two girls who are doing the duet in the middle of this song are two sisters who put their own choreography together to do this. So they all had to try out. And so last week we had the soloist and she put hers together, and then maybe next month we'll have another one. So really proud of these guys for pulling this together. So welcome to the stage, the Shamrock Irish Dancers. So usually we have the little guys come in between where the bigger guys do a piece and they need to change their shoes, or they need to, the older kids need to rest, and we bring these guys in. But they have so much improved that now they're getting to be a part of the bigger dances. So they're gonna go ahead and do another dance right after doing that big one. So give it up for Michaela, Ian, and Georgiana. So we are the Shamrock Irish dancers, but we also do a lot of different dance techniques that are Celtic. So we do a Sean-O's dance that is a little bit looser, but we also do Scottish dances. So here is Sabri with her sword, and it is a real sword, and she'll be doing a Scottish dance.
Karaoke song. Travis is coming.
So when we were asked to come here, the kids said, "Oh, great, a Christmas show," and they decided to put something together. Sadie choreographed all of this song, and the kids got to take a stab at acting. So we hope you enjoy our Christmas in Killarney.
Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau and cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The door is always open, the neighbours pay a call, and Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. Our hearts are laid, our spirits bright, we'll celebrate our joy tonight. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau and cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. We'll decorate the Christmas tree when all the family's here. Around the roaring fire we will raise a cup of cheer. There's gifts to bring and songs to sing and laughs to make the rafters ring. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau and cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau and cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. We'll take a horse and sleigh all across the fields of snow, listening to the jingle bells everywhere we go. Our grand pigtails that click your heels and dance away to the jigs and reels. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau and cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. I'm handing you no party, no matter where you roam. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home.
Didn't they do an awesome job? And just so you know, they just learned that last part 2 days ago. It's called an 8-hand reel and we were sweating it, but they pulled it off, didn't they? That was awesome! So, I'm going to read a little story while we set up for our next dance. They have to put on some hard shoes, and Ian and Georgiana have to take away the tree. So I'm going to just do a quick Irish story while they're getting set up for the next one. It's called The Pot of Gold. Sean O'Leary was sitting on the gate in the sunrise. Daydreaming quite happily when tick, 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 he became aware of a sharp sound coming from the field behind him. Now what on earth could that be? Sean wondered to himself. It's too loud to be a grasshopper, and it's too quiet to be a bird. Tick, 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 it went. Sean O'Leary swung his legs over the gate, and turned around. He blinked in astonishment. There, in the long grass of the field, was the tiniest man Sean had ever seen. No higher than his boot. The tiny man had his back to Sean, but Sean could not see that he was dressed all in green, with a long white feather in his cap. A tiny leather shoe lay beside him on the rock, and he was banging away with it with his tiny stone hammer. So the story goes that Sean approaches this leprechaun to get his pot of gold. And of course, the leprechaun tricks him. Are you guys ready? I would read more of the story, but it's a little dark out here. But as we know, most leprechauns are quite tricksy. So Sean tries to get him to tell him where his pot of gold is, and the leprechaun does. And he says it's buried underneath this tree. However, when Sean comes back, the trees look different, and he cannot find the pot of gold. And of course, the leprechaun keeps his pot of gold. So we have now switched into hard shoes. And we're going to do this next piece for you. It's called Tavern. And a lot of times in Ireland, when they are in a tavern, they'll be on a table similar to these. And I thought the Irish dancers could dance on some of these, but they told me no. So here we have the Shamrock Irish dancers in their traditional hard shoes doing Tavern. So we are the Shamrock Irish Dancers. We are purely a volunteer group. We get together every week and practice. Our director and her daughter moved to Alabama this year, so with COVID and with losing our director, it's been a little interesting. But they still come up and dance with us when they can. They couldn't this weekend, but they still try and come up with us. But we're still hanging in there, and we would love to come to any community events or festivals that you have. But we are purely volunteer. We do this because we love Irish dance. And there is a little basket up here, I don't know if y'all noticed, that if it wasn't COVID, we would send the little ones out with their pleading eyes to feed the Irish. Sometimes we have a little thing where we put Ian in rags and he goes out and has, feed the Irish. But we didn't do that tonight. But we would sure appreciate if you like us. All the money goes back into our costuming, our props, feeding these people because they want to eat. So we really appreciate anything that you could give to us so that we can keep seeing and providing Irish dance and sharing our love of Irish dance. Here's our last number tonight. And we really enjoyed you coming out to see us. We are the Shamrock Irish Dancers. Thank you very much.
The world is changed.